So maybe, just maybe, we've been doing this AI tools thing all wrong this entire time. Instead of having specific tools for specific purposes, like say a Postgres SQL tool set that allows you to read data and write data from a Postgres database, instead you just have one tool, an Ubertool. And that Ubertool would be a language evaluator, like a Python evaluator or a JavaScript evaluator that can do anything and connect to any kind of database, write any kind of data, run any kind of commands. This Ubertool concept is gaining some popularity. So let's see, do you need one tool or do you need 30 or do you need 31? Let's get into it. All right, to start off, let's take a look at LM Studio. So LM Studio is a really cool tool. If you don't have it, you probably should. It is a way to run LLMs locally. So in this case, I'm using the GPT OSS 20B model. It's an open source 20 billion parameter model, and it's quite good. So let's try bringing up a chat. And one is interesting. That's the JS Code Sandbox. That's actually built into LM Studio. And that tool, click on it there, is run JavaScript. And we can say, for example, please write some JavaScript to sum up the numbers between 1 and 10,000. So it writes that JavaScript, then runs that JavaScript, gets back the output, and it even tells us about it. Pretty cool, and gives us, I guess, the right number. So let's try the same thing, but instead let's use pexpect. That's the MCP server used in this article, which is linked to in the description right down below. And we'll use pexpect to instead use Python for this. So please write Python and use that pexpect tool to, again, do that work. All right, after 4 bites at the apple, it finally got it right. So it fired off a Python 3 interpreter inside of pexpect to actually run that code for us. Okay, it did get back the right number. That's great. All right, some issues there, obviously, but let's try this on a more practical example. In the article, the author uses pexpect to run a bunch of different jobs, which I guess I can understand from what we saw here. But what I'd like to do instead is have it connect to a Postgres database and do some work on that Postgres database. In particular, I'd like it to actually sum data for us, because I think we all know that a large language model is really good for predicting the next word or the next token in a language context, but isn't particularly good at math, as we've seen. So what if we have the large language model go and get the data from the database using an MCP tool connected to Postgres, and then pass that data to, in this case, Python? Is that a better way to go? It's essentially the 31 model. You'd have 30 tools to get data from various data sources, and you'd have one interpreter tool to actually go and interpret stuff. So let's try this out. So I'm going to enable the PostgreSQL MCP server with its tools, which allow it to read and write data from the database. And then I'm going to ask it to get the data from the database and then pass that data to the pexpect tool to sum it all into a big table. Let's see. All right, so I've run this a bunch of times, and this time it basically ignored my request to use pexpect. It essentially did what you'd expect it to do, which is to use a sum from SQL and to get the data that way. So let's try this again, being very concise about what we want. And the result this time was that in writing a lot of Python, as we can see here, wrote a whole bunch of Python, and unfortunately had a syntax error. That's not great. Let's try one more time, this time with JavaScript, and see if that works. All right, even going with JavaScript didn't seem to work either. And I think the issue at this point is that we're just on a model that's too small. And that's the first thing that I find is an issue with this Ubertools approach, is that it really requires a frontier model. So let's get out the big guns. Let's get out the frontier model. All right, so here we have Claude Desktop, and it is configured exactly the same way as LM Studio in terms of the MCP configuration. You can see over here that we have access to those two tools, pexpect and also the pSQL. And let's give it another try. Once again, we'll ask it to get all the raw product data and pass that to the pexpect tool and then get some markdown for display. All right, and it ran all the queries. Let's see what it's trying to do. Excellent. It is actually formatting all of the code and sending it raw to pexpect. Let's see how it does. And in the end, it looks like it got the request correct. And down here, it actually got the response correct. So fantastic. So let's keep that as a data point. Using a frontier model, Claude Sonnet 4, you can go and use pSQL to go and access data, and then use a interpreter like pexpect to actually go and process that data to avoid any kind of math errors you might see coming out of an LLM. But that's not the premise of Ubertools. Ubertool is we don't need the pSQL in the first place. So let's try that out. Let's turn off the Postgres tools and then give it a prompt, gives it my credentials so that it can access that database and then only use that pexpect tool. All right, so here's what it's doing. It's actually running pSQL. It's just running commands. That's all it's doing. It's just using pexpect to actually just run commands, which is something to think about because if you have an agentic IDE, that agentic IDE already has the ability to read and write files as well as execute commands. And if all pexpect is doing is executing commands, you don't really need pexpect for that because the agentic IDE can just run those commands. The other issue is security. If all it's doing is just running commands and running arbitrary commands, well, that could easily get out of control. All right, it's continuing on and it's running into some errors as it goes, output getting cut off, timeouts. And that's another issue that I'm seeing as I experiment with this more is there's a lot of inconsistencies in this approach. Instead of just running commands through PostgreSQL using a dedicated tool that is optimized for doing that kind of work, instead it's actually trying to do all of that work on the fly just using the command line. And you're rewriting basically that pSQL tool in a very weird and non-deterministic and ugly way, expecting that there is a pSQL tool on this machine, running it, having the right permissions and all that. It gets messy really, really fast and it gets slow. See how slow this is. All right, I'm just going to turn this off because at this point, it's just basically burning through tokens. And that's another issue that I have with this is the straight cost of this. Look how many tokens we're having to burn through in order to do this. It is writing tons of data. It's writing tons of code, getting tons of data back. All of that is tokens that the LLM needs to parse through. And this is a frontier model. These are the most expensive models that you can use. And even as expensive as they are, they're still subsidized. OpenAI, Anthropic, they are subsidized up to 300% on these models. That means if you're paying them $1, it actually costs them $3 to run that query. And that's not going to last. Eventually, they're going to have to pay the piper, and eventually they're going to have to charge at least that 300% and probably a whole lot more in order to make the profit that they've guaranteed their investors that they're going to make. So these models are going to get a lot more expensive, and using this Ubertools approach is burning through those tokens. So we've seen the security issue, we've seen the cost issue, we've seen the unreliability issue, and we've seen it actually just try and recreate the tools that we already have. So in my view, I'm actually okay with using these kind of eval tools in a non-production environment like this, because I think having them go and process data makes a lot of sense. But using them as the Uber tool, using only that tool, is kind of an interesting but unrealistic thought experiment. But I'm curious what you think about it. Are you convinced by the Ubertools approach? Are you going to go with only one tool in your setup? Let me know in the comments right down below. And in the meantime, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you really like the video, hit the subscribe button and click on that bell and you'll be notified the next time I do. Blue Collar Coder comes out.